morning, everyone. Good morning, mga katribo. I'm Tina Marali.
And I am Confi Manalo.
And this is
Straight Talk,
where we bring you to the front seat of the discussion regarding the hottest issues in the country today without fear, without favor. And for this morning, ang ating topic, mainit-init pa,
Mainit pa, katatapos lang. In fact, kahapon nagkaroon sila ng meeting sa Cebu.
Meeting, yes. So, would you do the honors? Dahil alam kong matagal mo nang hindi nakakausap yung special guest
actually,
natin for today.
gusto ko ito makita kasi medyo medyo nag-close kami nito nung elementary days namin. Kami rin yung laging magkakakwentuhan halos
At suki ng straight talk,
suki ng straight talk. Si Attorney Melvin Matibag, Secretary General ng PDP-Laban. Good morning, classmate. Good morning.
Good morning, Attorney.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, classmate, and good morning, Tina, Conti. Good morning. It's good to be back in your show. And good morning po sa lahat ng supporters at nanonood po ng inyong show.
It's nice to have you back here.
Yes. Isang sabi lang, yes,
actually, accommodating sa atin. Isang tawag lang, nagbibigyan agad tayo.
Ngayon, because yung
Siyempre, basta sa Tribune, that's my favorite newspaper.
Yun naman, sarap naman pakinggan. So, ito na. Sabi nga natin, hottest discussion, partner.
Yung attorney kaya ka namin gusto makausap, yung nangyari kahapon, na meeting sa Cebu ng majority na dinalahan ng majority members ng PDP-Laban. Can you explain to us yung yung nangyari kahapon?
Yeah, yesterday was the first ever National Council Assembly. Ito yung pinatawag ng ating Pangulong Duterte sa mga kapartido niya sa PDP through Secretary Cusi, who is the Vice Chairman of the party. Under the bylaws, dapat talaga quarterly, meron kami dapat na tinatawag na National Council meeting. What is the National Council? Ang composition kasi ng National Council is yung National Executive Officers, tapos elected na President ng Pilipinas, Vice President, elected Senators, elected Governors, elected members of House of Representatives, tapos yung ating mga regional presidents and regional secretary generals at mga mayors ng independent cities who are members of PDP-Laban. Sila yung nagko-compose. Ang count namin dyan is about 159 members. So, more or less, give and take, baka nagkamali ako. Pero 159. So,
China-Japan relations will continue to prosper as we embark on more energy cooperation journeys in years to come. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Maraming salamat and happy anniversary to all.
And especially yung tungkol sa
pandemic. I remain.
And also, issues on the upcoming 2022 national election. So, yun yung mga pinag-usapan, agenda ng pag-uusapan. So, yesterday, nangyari nga yan sa Cebu, sa Montebello Resort, and we have a good attendance. We doubled the quorum, so there's attending about 130 out of the 159. So, overwhelming and massive talaga yung nag-attendance and the support. And a lot of resolutions, 10 resolutions yung napasa, na unanimously inapprove ng ating National Council. So, yun po yung pangyayari niyaan.
At isa nga sa mga resolution na inaprobahan kahapon ng partido ay kuminsihin si Pangulong Duterte na muling tumakbo
as Vice President.
Yes, that's true, no? Meron na kasi talagang mga resolution umiikot on localized area. Parang per chapter, ang unang-una niyan yung Metro Manila, no, yung mga members, the same members ng National Council sa Metro Manila and other leaders adopted that resolution requesting the President to run for Vice President and choose his running mate. So tapos pumunta ng Cebu, ng Visayas, nagkaroon na it created a life of its own. And kahapon, through Secretary Lambino, he made a motion na may nangyayaring ang ganun na nationwide. So, why itong National Council, bakit hindi natin din i-adapt itong resolution na to? So, ganun nga yung nangyari and it was unanimously approved. Pag-move ng ganun, lahat nag-second na, nagsigawan, nagpalakpakan And right there and there, we prepared the resolution and signed by those who are physically present. And a lot of those in Zoom indicated their willingness to sign and send their e-signatures. Kagaya nila Governor Yu, tsaka nung wife niya na si Congresswoman Yu. So madami ang talagang ngayon, nagpirma. Starting today, yung mga gusto magpirma physically ng hindi signature, papadala namin sa kanila. Mag-iikot kami. And nilalabas namin yung resolution. They will send it to the President.
Pero sa resolution, attorney, ang binabanggit doon is the President is being convinced to run as Vice President. Pero wala...
Pumayag siya, he's going to have that free hand to choose kung sino yung
ang standard bearer niya.
But of course, knowing the President, alam niyo si President...
China-Japan relations will continue to prosper as we embark on more energy cooperation journeys in years to come.
Sa process. But of course, yung National Council meeting kahapon, we have the authority to give the authority to choose sa kanya. So yung nangyari kahapon, yung resolution na yun, para nangyari niyan, yung rules namin na kami rin yung naggawa, we amended it in this instance, in this particular situation, giving the President the free hand to choose his running mate. Bakit dating ginawa yun? Kasi we are asking too much from the President. Imagine he's already the President, then sabihin pa natin, please tumakbo naman po kayo Vice President. So gusto natin, kung maging Vice President siya, sinisiguro natin na yung kanyang makakasama ay talagang pinili niya at makakasundo yung katuwang niya sa pagpapatakbo ng ating gobyerno.
Kasi di ba, traditionally sa Philippine politics, ang standard bearer, ang namimili ng kanyang Vice President. Pero siguro, ito naman, yung Vice Presidential candidate, will be given the free hand to select his running mate standard bearer. Siguro nga ito ba 'yun dahil sa respeto sa kanya bilang presidente ng bansa na pabababain natin ng pwesto ng Vice President.
Yes, tama 'yon. This is really a unique situation. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas. Sa Amerika nga, 'di ba? Pag binoto mo na yung presidente, binoto mo na yung
Vice President.
Yung Vice President, yun na rin yung mananalo. So we are trying to give you a narrative, a unique situation wherein a strong Vice Presidential candidate, a formidable Vice Presidential candidate, choosing his running mate and trusting him that whoever you will choose, alam natin na hindi magkakamali, na hindi gagawa ng masama. Kasi whoever that guy is or girl is, kung sino man yun, na pipiliin niya, titingnan natin ang reason why is he there or she is there sa position is because of the Vice President who gave him the opportunity na tumakbo sa pwesto na yon.
Pero attorney, kasi 'di ba si Presidente time and again lagi yung sinasabi pagod na siya after his term, he's just going home to Davao to be a private citizen. Oo, so with this resolution, dahil may clamor within the party, sa tingin nyo masisway pa yung decision ni Presidente?
I know it's a very difficult favor that we are asking from the President. But knowing the President, ang nasa unahan niya lagi yung bayan eh. We hear him na mahirap, nakakapagod, so hard, but he's been trying hard. Ang hirap nga nung administration niya, ang daming challenges, hindi man naka-recover pa tayo sa Taal Volcano, dumating yung pandemic, during the pandemic, may mga bagyo. But can you imagine the strength of the President na tawiran pa rin niya yan at gawin pa rin? Kasi what driving him to do that is his love for the country and for the people. I've never seen a leader na ganun yung dedication niya to his service na gawin niya. So parang tinatayaan niya lahat eh. Can you imagine sometimes he will say, parang kung mamamatay siya for the country, it's a big honor for him na nakapag-serve siya. So tingin ko, consideration talaga yung health, yung age, ganyan, magpahinga na siya. That's why we in PDP, we are asking him, that is really a supreme sacrifice. And lahat kaming mga miyembro nandito to support him. And we will hold the line. We will hold the line. Hindi kami mag-give up sa kanya. And I know that siya yung mga nakapagpasunod talaga eh. Ang daming hindi nagagawa noon. But during his presidency, nagbago lahat. Even lang sa partido namin. Ang PDP, hindi naman to ganito kalaking partido noon. But when he stepped in as a chairman and he's the president of the country, lahat nagpuntahan sa PDP. And kahapon, it shows na gano'n eh. Kasi nung nagsalita na si Presidente, lumabas na yung totoong order niya, may sulat sa kay Secretary Cusi to convene the National Council, tapos nag-message siya. Nakita natin, naglabasan talaga yung mga sumusunod kay Pangulo, sumusunod sa PDP. So, I don't want to underestimate his strength na pag nandyan siya sa pwesto, yung spirit niya is very strong that gives him physical strength as well to burn and to rule the country.
Nabanggit mo kayo na si Presidente is very dedicated and hardworking and laging yung kapakanan ng bansa ang kanyang nasa isip. Kung tatagbo siyang Vice President, meron na ba kayong sa partido na nakikita na within your ranks na aligned o shares the same principles or the same conviction ng presidente?
Well, dahil malaki na nga yung partido ng PDP, marami talagang pwedeng maging mga personalities na pwede tumakbong presidente. Maraming qualified. But of course, ayokong pangunahan yung choice ni presidente, no? Ang sabihin ko na lang, we have 5 senators right now, tapos 59 congressmen and women, tapos may mga cabinet secretary tayo. But of course, ang PDP is aligned to a lot of political parties right now.
Yes.
Local and national. So maraming mga kaibigan ng political parties. And we will not limit the president to the choice to sa PDP. Kung sino yung makursunadahan talaga niya, then madali naman yan. We can make a way to be part of the PDP. Kasi may sinasabi sila, hindi, dito lang tayo sa PDP magpili. Ako naman, I am a PDP but I'm very liberal when it comes to that. Paano kung maraming konsiderasyon sa pagtakbo yung isa dyan is unang-una yung qualification mo na tumakbo. Then, ito kandidato ba ito katanggap-tanggap sa mga botante? So, titingnan natin yun. We'll look at all the possibilities and I think we trust the wisdom of the President and I know he will, pagka dumating yung punto na nag-decide siya na he will run for Vice President. Naalala ko yung sinabi niya nung he is running for President already that he crossed the bridge of Rubicon and from that point, there's no turning back. So we will wait for the time that the President will again cross the bridge of Rubicon. At that time, I think he will choose kung sino yung karapat-dapat na running mate niya sa 2022.
Dalawang cabinet
But we have names.
Dalawang cabinet secretaries na close kay Presidente, si Secretary Panelo and Secretary Harry Roque, ang nagsabi na the President is not closing his doors sa pagtakbong muli bilang Vice President. Do you think those statements from those two cabinet secretaries are positive indicators na the President will eventually and will accept your resolution ng kanyang sariling partido?
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps and gives me lots of hope hearing that. Like yesterday, there's a media person asked the question that sabi nga daw ni Secretary Roque na spokesperson that the President said that he will leave it to faith, he will leave it to God because it's the end of the day, it's God's will. So my answer is if that is the case, then I will urge every member of PDP to pray harder so that God will listen to our prayer and the President will be anointed to run for Vice President. And hindi naman malayo sa principle ng PDP yan. One of our 5 principles is theism. We believe in the Supreme Being and look at the attitude of the President, di ba? Talaga naman, tama naman yun eh. So what we will do now, probably we'll pass a resolution urging every members of PDP
to pray naman.
to pray harder.
To pray
ask
hard.
God to give signal to the Vice President, to our President, that we need you as our Vice President for the continuity, para maituloy mo yung 10-point economic program mo, yung battle against corruption, yung fight against drugs, yung fight against terrorism, yung siyempre yung 10-point economic agenda ng ating Presidente. We never had this good. This is the administration that brings relief. If not for the pandemic, I think malayo na lalo yung narating natin. But more reason for us to need a leader like the President because of this pandemic.
No, tsaka mismo naman si Secretary Panelo nagsabi, President Duterte will seriously consider it if there's a very strong clamor. And kung within the party talaga, overwhelmingly, andun yung clamor na for him to run next year. Tapos yung mga solid Duterte talaga,
yeah.
diba? Talaga ang daming gusto yung continuity ng leadership niya. So, it's not far-fetched
In fact, ano nga
the president will consider
talking
it.
about continuity, sa survey, recent survey, no? In fact, sa lahat ng surveys, parating nagtatap yung pangalang Sara Duterte to be the official running mate ng the official
Duterte.
standard bearer ng administration. So, attorney, are you looking is the party looking at
The daughter.
the strong clamor then among from the public to have a Duterte tandem in 2022?
Is PDP open to that?
Well, si Mayor Sara Duterte is not a PDP, but she is aligned to what PDP is doing. Parehas din naman sila ng passion ng ating presidente, the way they served, the way they took care of their city, Davao City. And alam natin na si presidente hindi naman din pipigilan kung talagang tatakbo si Mayor Sara, no? Kung dumating naman yung pagkakataon na Duterte at doon talaga yung lumabas, of course, the party will toe the line. Sabi ko nga, supportahan natin yan. So, I just don't want to preempt na yun yung mangyari. But you are right. Si Mayor Inday Sara always stops the survey consistently. So, it's also an indication of the good administration. Kasi, imagine the same family name of the president, daughter of the president, ganun yung acceptability. So kami naman sa partido, we welcome that also kung mangyayari yan. Hindi namin para sa tutulan kasi hindi naman yung sinasabi na parehas sa Duterte, wala namang iba. Ang gagawin natin, paano kung sila pala talaga yung makalutas yung mga problema natin? Why not? Why we deprive them na dahil parehas sila ng apelyido at pagkamag-anak sila, hindi na sila pwedeng manungkulan ng sabay. So, the answer to your question is, yes, of course, we welcome it and we will definitely support it.
Yeah, so partner, ang dami pa nating itatanong kay attorney, pero kailangan muna natin kumita.
Commercial break.
Magbabalik po ang Straight Talk.
Muli natin babalikan si Attorney Melvin Matibag.
Manang Joe po.
At Ate Maita,
Ngayong Mayo, bahagyang tumaas ng 19 centavos per kilowatt hour ang overall electricity rates. Nakumpleto na kasi ang refund sa transmission at ibang charges na sinimulan noong Enero. Kaya ituloy-tuloy po natin ang pagka-energy efficient.
lalo na tag-init at naka-work from home. May bright ideas tayo. Alamin natin ang konsumo ng mga ventilador para di mag-overspend kahit overtime ang mga ito.
May iba-ibang fans. Personal, stand, at industrial. Iba-iba ang konsumo, kada type at setting. Pag low ang setting, mas makakatipid. Piliin ang fan at setting na komportable sa'yo at sa budget mo.
Para malaman ang konsumo ng ibang appliances, gamitin ang Meralco mobile app.
You have the power this summer!
And we're back. Muli kasama pa rin natin si Attorney Melvin Matibag, Secretary General ng PDP-Laban. Kanina natin partner, pinag-usapan natin yung overwhelming clamor within the PDP-Laban to convince the President to run for Vice President in the coming election. So ngayon naman pag-usapan natin yung why is there a clamor for him to continue his programs, no? Ano ba yung mga naging benefits, ano ba yung mga achievements ng administrasyon na to na kinakailangang maituloy at hindi makalimutan.
That only Rodrigo Duterte can, kumbaga, spearhead.
Kaya, he's the, tama ka.
Kasi sabi nga, ang laki ng PDP, maraming worthy.
Na siya lang yung, nagpakita ng strong political will to do all these things na tinangka ng mga past administrations, kaya lang hindi nangyari. Pero before we go into that, siguro short question lang, attorney. Yung meeting kahapon ng PDP-Laban has the blessing of the President. In fact, the President has issued a letter to Secretary Cusi to have that meeting. Pero the acting president ng PDP-Laban, Senator Manny Pacquiao, I think 2 days before or 3 days before
Sinabi to ignore.
before that meeting sa Cebu kahapon, he issued a memorandum sa mga PDP-Laban members to ignore that meeting. So paano yung Senator Manny Pacquiao is the acting president of the party, and then the national chairman has given his go signal to the party to convene, no. So ano yung what convinced the party members to ignore the memo
to ignore the order to ignore
of the acting president and attended yesterday's meeting. In fact, napakalaki ng dumalo, no, 150.
Yeah, overwhelming.
From out of the 169. 159,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah. No, let's put it into context, kasi ang sinasabi kasi nila Senator Pacquiao, it's the chairman who he can call a national council meeting in collaboration with the party president.
Mm-hmm.
But ang sabi talaga ng bylaws, it is only the national chairman who can call for a national council meeting in coordination. So, ang nangyari nito, nakita naman natin yung authority ni Secretary Cusi. The chairman delegated it to Secretary Cusi on May 17. And on May 19, the Secretary Cusi wrote a letter to Senator Pimentel and Senator Pacquiao that he will call a National Assembly under the imprimatur of the chairman. Nilagay na rin doon yung agenda. And on May 21, pinadala nga yung mga notices. Tapos after 2 days, nagpadala naman si Senator Pacquiao na ignore niya yan, huwag kayo kumattend. So, pero kahit kami nga, we are wondering bakit hininto. And we are also, of course, somehow concerned na baka hindi namin makuha yung quorum. Hindi namin mapag-usapan yung mga dapat pag-usapan. So we waited until yesterday, nagbilang kami, yung mga nag-confirm, as early as Sunday, we have the confirmation of the majority of governors. And I have to thank Governor Benny Bardone and Governor Dax Cua for helping us to invite yung mga governors. So out of the governor na dumalo is 30, I think 34 or 36. I will get the exact numbers later, mag-meeting ulit kami. Then sa congressman, I have to thank Speaker Lord Alan Velasco for helping us to invite yung mga PDP na congressman, and overwhelming din yung attendance. Tapos yung mga regional president and second also attended, and the mayors also attended, and the cabinet secretaries, and the 2 senators, Senator Francis Tolentino and Senator Bato de la Rosa. So sa secretary, siya yung cabinet secretary na dumalo. So nagdating. So the question is, bakit sa tingin nyo? Because they know that the one who is inviting that meeting is the president, the chairman of the party. Si Secretary Cusi only is acting under the behest of the president. Sabihin, alam naman nila na yung pagpapatawag na yun, si Secretary Cusi ang pumipirma at nagpapatawag, pero ito patawag ng presidente, it was further validated by the message of the president, yung recorded message niya sa partido. Actually, after the recorded message si president, may mga nagdatingan pa eh. Pumasok pa, kaya that's why until now, I have to determine kung sino talaga yung papasok. I have to watch the recording later to solve that. So, it shows talaga the charisma and the belief of the leadership ng presidente. Ibig sabihin, if it's the PRRD who's calling, punta tayo. Kasi hindi naman niya tayo dadalhin sa mali, hindi niya tayo dadalhin sa kasamaan. So, yun yung nangyari dyan. And umattend pa rin yung tao. Kasi invited din naman namin, inimbitahan din naman sila Senator Pacquiao. Lahat naman, wala po kaming iniwan na hindi nila. In fact, that is the first ever National Council meeting na pati non-members who are PDP, pinayagan namin makapasok sa Zoom, pinayagan namin physically at umattend para mag-observe. They are not allowed to participate, in the discussion or vote, but they are there to witness yung pong nangyari na meeting, which is the very foundation of PDP-Laban. It is democratic and consultative. So ganun po yung nangyari dyan.
Yung meeting kahapon, no, before the resolution was passed, what happened, the first part was present yung mga achievements ng administration, and I think that convinced the members to sign that resolution to convince the president to run again. So ano ba itong mga achievements na to na tingin natin dapat i-continue ng Duterte name?
Napakarami po eh. Unang-una, universal healthcare. It's the president who come out with the universal healthcare. Then the infrastructure, here and there, makita nyo naman po ang success ng DPWH, yung connectivity po. Pinagtatawanan nila noon ng Pangulo nung sinabi na the travel time from Quezon City to Makati will be 5 minutes. Now it's true.
Yeah.
Ako pa na-experience ko from Quezon Avenue to Bendia, it's only like 5-7 minutes, nandiyan na po tayo. So, wala pong pambobola itong administrasyon na to, fight against drugs. Although, alam natin, he miscalculated it, ang lalim ng problema sa drugs, but he has success on that. He has great strides on that. Tapos, yung pong Malasakit Center, na nagsimula talaga sa Davao, ginawa executive order, and finally, ginawa batas si Senator Bongo. That's one also na kailangan maproteksyonan. Sa PGH po ngayon, tingnan po ninyo 100 million a month ang binibigay na pondo ng presidente. Pupunta ka lang sa PGH. Pag may kailangan ka, ando doon po, may budget na nandoon. Napakarami po nga. Ngayon po, pandemic. Can you imagine? Sa ibang bansa po, sa Thailand, binabayaran nila yung vaccine. Dito sa atin, pipila lang po tayo, magpapalista, libre po yung bakuna natin sa COVID-19. So we have a president na may malasakit, na mahal yung taong bayan, and willing to do ang kaya niyang gawin at ibigay lahat para tumulong. So tama po kayo, nung binasa namin siya, tapos yung po, not to mention yung sa LCAC po, yung para dun sa mga rebel returnees. And incidentally, we also passed a resolution supporting the pag-maintain ng LCAC and even ask for the additional budget para po sa mga probinsya. Kaya po yung mga governors nandun lahat eh. Nandun po, narinig natin yung kung nakita nyo po yung mga pinapalabas before that, the governor, we're talking, Governor Nancy Catampo saying, wala akong nakita ang presidente na nagmalasakit ng ganito sa aming lugar, yung LCAC nakatulong sa amin. That's why Governor Benny Bardones sponsored the resolution urging our president and the members of PDP na nasa House to retain the LCAC funds and kung pwede, dagdagan pa nga po. So napakarami po ng achievements na yan. At pinaka-importante po tingin ko, President Duterte teaches something, yung discipline at pakinig po sa rule of law. So yun po yung isang tinuro niya. And the sacrifice that dapat nauuna, hindi yung sarili, kundi po what is for the greater good, which is the very foundation of the existence of PDP-Laban. If you heard his message, yung welcome message, yung opening message niya, nandun po. It's very short, but you listen very carefully, nandun na po lahat yung gusto sabihin ng ating Pangulo.
So partner, tsaka attorney, kung may clamor and overwhelming support calling for President Duterte to run as Vice President sa next elections, syempre may criticisms din dyan. Merong mga, bumabato. And kanina before we went on air, na-monitor ko lang sandali yung, yung isang interview kay assistant convener yan ng One Sambayan, si Howard Calleja. Ang sabi niya, PDP urging the president to run as vice president for next year. Katawa-tawa and an insult to the Constitution. Your take on this, attorney, your reaction?
Alam niyo, kaklase ko yun si Howard Calleja, parehas naman na Constitution binasa namin eh. Wala naman pong sinabi ron eh. He's making an interpretation based on that, pero wala naman pong sinabi doon. Yung mga dating presidente po, mayroon na pong tumakbong congresswoman, si PGMA, si Joseph Estrada po, Pangulo nun, tumakbong mayor ng Manila. So, wala naman, ang sinabi lang ng Constitution, ang bawal, yung ikaw ay presidente na ko po, magre-re-elect ka, tatakbo ka ulit na presidente. Pero wala namang sinabi, hindi ka rin pwedeng tumakbo sa ibang pwesto. Ha? So, siguro sila lang yung natatawa. Kami sa PDP, hindi kami natatawa. Natutuwa po kami sa nangyayari. Probably, it's the job of opposition na sabihin niya kasi yung po yung bebenta nila. Takot sila siguro na si Presidente tumakbong Vice President kasi he will be a formidable candidate and whoever will be his tandem will be a formidable tandem na mas mahirap talunin. So siguro po sila naman nabigyan ng pagkakataon manungkulan, ipakita nila kung anong ginawa nila nung panahon ng panunungkulan nila.
Yeah,
Sa halip na pagtawanan nila, irespeto nila ang opinion ng isang partido. Kasi naman kami, sa PDP, nire-respeto naman po namin yung opinion nila. Kahit alam namin nakakatawa, hindi na rin namin sasabihin katawa-tawa. Pero tingnan na lang po natin, at the end of the day, if the President will run for Vice President, maganda nga po yan eh. Because that will be his re-election. Parang pag binoto niyo siyang Vice President, ibig sabihin, kung walang prohibition sa Constitution to run for another election, then he will be re-elected as President. So sa halip na sabihin nila yun, they should welcome the idea of him running for Vice President, then wag nila iboto, wag nila ipangampanya na wag iboto. Doon nila makikita kung ano talagang nagawa ng ating Pangulo.
Yeah, and hanggang ngayon, the President is still enjoying a strong 80% support.
Despite all the controversies, the
And I agree with you, Attorney. No? Hindi ako abogado, pero isa sa mga favorite subjects ko yan nung college ako. Wala naman talagang nabanggit sa konstitusyon na ang sitting president bawal tumakbo ng idang posisyon as other than the presidency. Bawal siyang tumakbo ulit ng re-election for presidency, pero pwede siyang tumakbo ng lower position. In fact, yung vice president, yun ang pwede mag-re-elect. 'Di ba, Attorney? So,
grabe, napaka-interesante ng pinag-uusapan
actually,
natin.
I'm very excited sa darating na 2022 elections. Kasi, the opposition has nothing to offer, pantapat sa
nakikita natin
sa ngayon.
Mas maganda ngayon, they come out with their candidate. Kasi yung business ng PDP, that is our business. Wala silang pakialam doon. Their business, wala naman din pakialam doon eh. Yung sambayanan, wala. Di ba? Wala naman pakialam doon sa sambayanan. Sambayanan.
Sabi niyo na.
Attorney,
hindi naman namin pinapakialaman yung gagawin nila.
Any last message to our readers and viewers
and to the supporters of the
PDP-Laban.
Well,
and the President of Asahul.
Gusto kong pasalamatan po yung mga taong tumulong kapon. Number one, Speaker Lord Alan Velasco for providing us the attendance ng mga PDP for helping us to fight them. Governor Ibardone and Governor Cuba for the governors. Of course, Secretary Mike Dino for Office of sa Visayas Affairs po ng Presidente natin for welcoming us to Cebu, and of course Governor Gwen Garcia. Of course, ang aming po mga party mates from all over the country na dumating at sumama through Zoom. Salamat. And of course, sa ating po Presidente, sa Chairman ng Partido, thank you for trusting po yung ating leadership na gawin po yung dapat na personally kayo yung gagawa. We are here to help you. And of course, I'd like to commend my boss, Secretary Cusi, for doing a great job presiding the meeting yesterday. So, mensahe ko lang po doon sa mga PDP-Laban, let's us hold the line. At tayo po magpapatawag ng National Assembly on July 17 and another National Council meeting if the President will allow it, President Duterte, ay sa July 16 naman po. And I'm urging all the PDP-Laban, ulitin ko po yung sinabi ko, pagdasal po natin na yung panawagan natin kay Pangulong Duterte na muling tumakbo bilang Vice Pangulo ay pakinggan po upang patuloy pa rin po tayo matulungan. And doon po sa amin pong mga ilang kasama na iniisip na salungat sa PDP yung mong ginagawa, bukas po ang aming pong mga tanggapan, ang aming pong isipan at puso na kami makipag-usap po sa inyo. Ang gusto po natin ay isang partido, isang PDP. Ang hangarin nga po ng meeting kahapon is pagkatapos po ng pulong, magtalo tayo roon, mag-usap, but we will come out as one. We will come out as stronger PDP, as one PDP, setting aside personal differences and personal interests, just like what the President is saying.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Attorney Matibag. Salamat, classmate. Salamat for joining us today. Hope we can have you again.
Be healthy. So, maraming salamat. God bless you pa. Yes, classmate.
Okay. Sige, maraming salamat at partner.
Ayun. So, it's going to be very interesting in the coming days, weeks,
months,
sa filing ng candidacy. And, you know, ang sa akin lang naman, partner, at the end of the day, regardless if opposition or ruling party yung mananalo, dapat, at the end of the day, dapat pro-Philippines, pro-Filipino.
Yung malasakit sa bayan.
Yun lang naman yun eh. Kasi lalo na ngayon, lugmok tayo because of the pandemic, ang daming problema. We should all just band together para may angat yung
Para sabay-sabay
natin.
tayong, sama-sama tayong lampasan itong problema na itong pandemic. At kapag nalampasan natin to, I'm sure, actually, tingin ko, tama nga si Atty. Kung wala lang pandemic, baka mas maganda yung ekonomiya natin dahil yung mga infrastructure programs ng administrasyon to. Unti-unti natin maramdaman yan in the coming months dahil natatapos na eh. So, with that, muli, ako si Confi Manalo.
This is Bentina Maralit.
And this is Straight Talk.
See you again next time.